Hello and welcome to a rainy Almun. We are just about ready to kick off on this, we'll call it an international friendly today, with the FC Malaga City under-19/CD Almun under-23s taking on, let's see if I can pronounce the name right, Hörvikens IF in the 4th division of Swedish football here on tour. Unfortunately, they could not have picked a worse week to come here on tour, with the weather being as poor as it is, but nevertheless it has not dampened the spirits of those Viking Warriors from Sweden. They are ready to get underway here in Almun. Referee has it all sorted. The Almun players are now on the pitch, and with that, we are underway. As soon as we have a second, we will flash that lineup graphic up for you, just to tell you everyone who is. But this should be a stern test for our lads today. This is a combination of the FC Malaga City under-19s, the CD Almun under-23 squads. So it'll be a mishmash of players, a whole mix of people you may know, may not, but I'm sure we'll get to learn everybody's name today very quickly. And we've got a great team sheet sent up to us by Liam Bickett and Juan Mabuyejos. So they seem to be on top of things today, which, as we know at this club, can sometimes be a bit difficult. But it looks like we are underway now with, who's that? Number 20. That's Noah Lindo there, one of the under-19s players pressing early, as the away side drive in to the home's defensive half. So interesting setup for Buyejos' side. The squad only put together about 2 to 3 days before the match. So players kind of pieced together, not too sure totally about the tactics that'll be almost to play here. But I have a feeling Buyejos will just tell his side, you know what, go out, express yourself, have fun. It's a friendly. This is a chance to make your way into some of the 18s for this coming weekend or maybe the next weekend. So it looks like as Hörvikens continue just to play around the center of the park right now, Almun standing firm defensively. Ball in behind number 13, looks to have drifted into an offside position, headed clear by number 18, David Zachary. Played into the right-hand channel now. That is debutant Matty Richardson. He looks to drive towards the byline, swings into the center of the area, will be cleared away for a corner, but good play there from Richardson, doing well. I think after the corner, we'll bring that graphic up for you just so you can see the lineup. But now coming over, who is that? That's Andrew Meza, wearing the captain's armband today. It looks like wearing the number 16. So Meza's got his home kit on, of course, one of the CDAC senior/under-23s players. Andrew Meza looking to make an immediate impact. Has Eric Graham to aim for in the area. And big number 24, Declan Matee, swung in. Oh, just misses the head of Matee. Going to be recollected by Zachary. No, he misjudges the bounce on the wet pitch. Number 6 looks to pull away. Zachary pulling it back. Referee does blow the foul. And while we have a moment, let's flash up the lineup graphic so you can see everyone who's playing today. So in goal, we've got Pape Samba. At right back, we have number 29, Jacob Rivero. Center back partnership, double Erics today, Eric Graham and Eric Hernandez. And then David Zachary, number 18 at left back. The midfield three is made up of James Gray, Julian Davidson, and Andrew Meza, wearing the captain's armband, as we mentioned before. And the front three, Matty Richardson, Noah Lindo, and Declan Matee. Full bench of substitutes as well, so do expect to see some changes throughout the match. We'll try to bring you a bit on each individual player as it comes up, as they take part in the action. Ball in field now. Defended away by a combination of Zachary, and it looks like Noah Lindo playing on the left wing today. Work for Eric Hernandez to do behind the ball, but the away side seems to slow it down. Picked up in the center of the park by Julian Davidson. He does well to find Lindo, and that's James Gray, the Canadian, playing back to Eric Graham, the American center half. Puts number 29, Jacob Ribeiro, in a spot of bother there, but he does well to turn out of it. Now Richardson on the ball, goes down, does well to earn a foul. Free kick for Almun. We do have a whole host of players up here with us today in the commentary booth. Not sure if any of them will want to say hi. We'll ask them, of course, as they go. But we've got a lot of the CD Almun senior players up here with us today. We've got who's with us right now. We've got Oliver Greaves climbing over, maybe saying hello. Oliver Bosworth back here with us as well, and Silvio Bella with the mask on right now, clearly saying he does not want to talk. Silvio, a little camera shy, a little microphone shy. So as soon as he breaks into the professional ranks, he'll have to change that. But for now, we'll let him get away with just standing there. You see the long ball sprayed out from Andrew Meza out of the reach of Richardson. It'll be a throw-in for the away side. Throw-in taking short into the center of the park. Number 21, Richardson, just a spectator with that as it goes all the way back to Eric Graham. And it'll be a throw-in on the right-hand side for Jacob Rivero. Thrown into the midfield. Davidson now looks for Richardson down the right channel. Cleared out only as far as Ribeiro. Fought for in the center of the park. Cleared. Andrew Meza flicked header into the center of the park, but can't find a light blue shirt. The Swedish side looks to break now going forward, have 3 versus 4. Played infield, possession just maintained across the back. Mati looks to close down, but the away side do well to keep the ball away from the on-rushing Almun Yeker striker. Swedish side clearly displaying an intent to keep the ball right now. Seems to be playing well around the back. Through ball in behind. Pape Samba off his line, takes a big touch. Pressure coming from the Swedish player. He can do no more than to play out into the letter C of Almun Yeker on the far side. Might have been too big of a touch there. Put himself under some immediate pressure. But maybe first few minute nerves. Just really got to settle, get his feet under him. Wet pitch as well, so it could be difficult. You never know. We've seen what those slippery conditions can do to certain players. Eric Graham with some defensive work to do now. Ball hit off him. Looks like it's gone out for a corner. Could be yet. Players seem to be gathering towards the box, so the referee gives a corner for the Swedish side. And we'll see if we can get their name right. Hörvikens. Looks like we've been told that it's a throw-in instead. Silvio Bello coming in with the statistical analysis on that up here with us right now. Combination of Greaves and Bosworth looking anxious to get on the microphone, but this will be a long throw, so almost as good as a corner. Big one thrown into the area. James Gray defending, flicked over his head, cleared only as far as Davidson. Shot comes in, blocked at the first attempt, cleared further by Eric Hernandez. Flicked on by Noah Lindo, but recollected by the away side. Lovely little clipped ball over the top. Hernandez with a bit of work to do. Back to Pape Samba. Goes long with the first attempt. Brilliant ball there, searching for the head of Declan Mati. It'll be recollected by Andrew Meza in the center of the park. Fought for by Davidson. Back to Hernandez. Of course, the two under-19s combining there. Hernandez switches play through Eric Graham. Interesting tactical tweak there. Davidson drops between the center halves, really committing to the style that CD Almun Yeker and FC Malaga City like to play. Mati loses out, and the away side look to keep possession. Got next to me right now, we've got Oliver Greaves. You'll know him from scoring the famous 2 goals in Almun Yeker's last match, the home game against Chiriano, which sent them back to the top of Primera Andalusia. So we've got Oliver Greaves up here with us today. I'm sure he'll be jumping in with a bit of tactical analysis. But since the game is such in its early stages, Ollie, what do you think of the team that's been put together today so far by Bullejos, and how have they performed in the first 10 minutes?
It's a bit of a colour clash, I'd like to say. I'm not sure what's happened there with the kits. Someone's to blame, obviously. But yeah, good start, nice tempo. Privileged to be here.
Kind of words have never been spoken from the man Greaves himself, of course, formerly of Sheffield United of the Premier League. Has a very special relationship with the former Sheffield United manager Chris Wilder. So Greavesy up here with us today, providing his tactical insight on everything that you will see. Great to have a player of his experience with us today, as we see Eric Hernandez now on the ball, cuts it back. Davidson again dropping between those center halves. He'll look to go long now. Matty Richardson down the right-hand side, but the ball too far infield, easily claimed by the Hörvikens keeper. Few of Juan Bullejos' tactics being questioned here. Matty Richardson on the right wing doesn't seem to be his natural position, but seems to be doing a job there for the side today. Of course, when head coach Juan Bullejos asks for that, Richardson more than happy to oblige. Of course, I believe this is his debut for the combination of CD Almun Yeker City and Malaga City, so one of those Christmas transfer window arrivals. Richardson has finally gotten his licenses done and getting some invaluable minutes right now on the pitch here at Estadio Francisco Bonet. Of course, Richardson was in the squad for last week's game against Chiriano, where Greaves did take all the headlines. But hopefully to make his competitive debut this weekend, as the Almun Yeker seniors are away at Padul for a match on Sunday. We've got a few comments rolling in as well, but a chance for the away side to score first. The shot comes in from range, blazed over the bar, but really dangerous opportunity coming there for Hörvikens. We'll have another look at that. See if anyone wants to get in on a bit of the tactics. We've got the replay for you right now. So here comes the replay. Ollie, you want to hop in on this? You want to tell me what you saw?
Great build-up play. Just watching it right now. Great pocket. overlap, underlap. He's got to go across there.
It looks like he tried to go over the right shoulder of Pape Samba instead of hitting it low and hard across the keeper. Of course, a bit more difficult for that as a striker, but if you get it right, Samba was going down to his left. So, tell you what, if he hits the target, it looks like that'll be a goal. Now Noah Lindo on the near side does well to win it away. Ball looked to have run out of play. Referee says play on. Davidson tries to flick it through to Meza, but it's intercepted. Now Hörvikens can break again. And number 19 decides to circle back, and while we do have a bit of a break in play, as it will be intercepted there, that's Ribeiro coming in. James Gray fighting for it in the center of the park does well to usher back to Eric Graham. Who else? We've got Jonathan Camas on the stream right now. Vamos Malaga. Jonathan supporting, of course, one of the members of the FCMC under-21 side. Wasn't in the squad last night, as we saw the under-21s fall to a 4-0 loss against Velas, but a great performance nonetheless from them. Noah Lindo finds himself on the ball, chipped over the top for David Zachary to chase. Hörvikens player goes long. Really well done so far from the Swedish side. Seems to be keeping the ball really well in the center of the park, finding loads of space in the midfield area. Another Almun senior player comes up here with us. Hugo Vicente seems to be taking the elevator right back down. He's scared of a bit of rain as the Frenchman, but that's okay as he looks to run away from the terrible weather that we're having here in Almun. Hugo, of course, didn't find himself on the score sheet last week, but we'll be hoping to put that right against Padul in the coming weeks. Fumbled there from Samba in net, picks it up with a bit of extra fury just to make sure he gets his hands on the ball there. First touch with the hands for Pape, so really good for him to get settled in the match now. Plays out short through Eric Hernandez. Played infield, lovely combination play there, but Meza gives it away. Defensive work for Julian Davidson to go now. His opposite number drives towards the byline, squares towards the edge of the area. Chance here. Ball back to Samba, done well in a dangerous moment there. Pape to clear at the first attempt, put in a poor position from James Gray, but done enough to scramble it clear. Hörvikens really starting to turn the screw now. Defensive work for Ribeiro to do on the right-hand side, but the pass intercepted by Matty Richardson. Richardson, lovely little cut back there, finds his way inside. It's James Gray on the ball now. The Canadian back to Meza. Meza infield, gives it away again. James Gray just a bit late arriving. Huge chance for the away side now. Shot towards the edge of the area. Hernandez as well to close it down before the shot can get away. Number 10 cuts inside. Hörvikens just looking for a way through. Pape Samba calmly off his line there. Claims to the highest point. Really good take there from the Senegalese keeper. So Almun need to get their foot on the ball here just to settle down a bit. They seem to have been under quite a bit of pressure in the opening 13 minutes. Better chances coming there. I can't remember if we had a shot on goal yet. So, Ollie, what do you think that this Almun team needs to do right now to really grow back into the game?
They've got to turn them a bit. Obviously, they're playing a high line. I think ball's in behind. Obviously, we've got a lot of pace in the wings. Just test them a bit more, you know. Test them a bit.
It seems to be when some of these Malaga sides are under the cosh, they seem so intent on sticking to their own style right now. But as Grief said, the line almost at midfield for Hörvikens. So a few balls over the top, using the pace of Noah Lindo on the left-hand side, Matty Richardson on the right-hand side, and really start to almost turn the tide of this match. But again, Hörvikens intercept in the middle of the park, play keep away from Almun. Infield now for the number 12. Good defense there from Eric Hernandez, the left-footed under-19s player, doing really well in one of his first few tastes of senior football. Now Noah Lindo with a chance to run. Matty Richardson on the right-hand side. Can he cut in and get a shot away? Goes towards the byline. Tries to play. Looks like it was a cross aimed for Mati in the center of the park, but intercepted before it could get there. Now back to Felipe Ribeiro. Ribeiro to Richardson again. Back to Ribeiro. Cycles through to Eric Graham, and that's more of what we like to see from FCMC right now, just keeping the ball away from the opposition, really doing well to maintain the possession and not forcing the ball forward. Zachary in a tough spot does well to usher it back to Hernandez. His chip ball for Lindo, brought down well. The dyed-haired winger cuts inside, but his pass for Gray intercepted, and a chance for Hörvikens to break now. Number 17 in space, but the pass came just a bit too late. Hernandez back to Samba in the Almun goal. Andrew Meza now drops between the center halves, switching positions with Davidson for the time being, looking to really dictate that play. Great ball infield for that man, Davidson, but he loses out, then wins it back, but commits the foul doing so. Looked like a bit of a light foul to me, not too sure. Everyone up here doesn't really think it's a foul either. We can't ask for better tactical analysis today. We've got Greaves, Bosworth, and Bello all up here with us, so you can almost hear the communication in the background between the four players up here, just really analyzing the game to their best of their abilities. Have to say I might be the only one without EFL knowledge up here right now. 2 former Premier League youth teamers and 1 former Nottingham Forest youth teamer as well, so I seem to be very much outranked in terms of footballing knowledge and experience, but nevertheless we're all up here together. Hörvikens wins it away. Chance for Lindo to break forward now. Drives forward confidently against 2. Can he slip Richardson? Wow, great retreating tackle there from the number 6. Brilliant play to get behind the ball and just nip it right off the feet of the advancing Noah Lindo. Switch of play to the near side now. Number 10 with a bit of space in front of him. Decides to put his foot on it, but not too many options. Maybe forced to go long here. Instead switches towards the center of the park in front of Meza and Richardson. Infield now. All of a sudden those pockets of space in the midfield seem to be opening up for Hörvikens. There's foul behind the play. Chance now towards the area. Who'll get on it first? The number 10 with the strike. Ooh, flies over the goal. Big chance there for Hörvikens. Looks like it was deflected. Referee signaling for a corner right now. Mark, can we get another look at that one? So we will have another look at that once the camera zooms in. Hopefully, there he goes. Mark just playing with the right keys right now to get us clued into that replay. We'll keep you appraised of any live action going on. But here comes the chance. So the ball cut towards the center of the area. Let's see if we can see a deflection. Yeah, it looks like who got out there. It looks like that's Eric Hernandez who got out there. Corner taken, flipped on. Looks to get us going quickly through Richardson. Great ball there from Papai Samba. Finds Richardson, doesn't even have to break stride. Brings it down brilliantly. Back to Felipe Ribeiro. Ribeiro drives infield to the feet of Davidson. Over to Meza on the far side. Meza with a great switch of play there. He loves a sprayed ball, doesn't Andrew Meza across the pitch. But Hernandez dwells a bit too long on it. Does well to win it at the second attempt. Meza with another sprayed pass out to Noah Lindo this time. David Zachary on the overlap. Lindo chooses to go back into the feet of Meza. The Venezuelan American looks for a big switch of play this time to Richardson, but it's cut out. But FCMC will continue the high press right now with Richardson and Mati. Forces the keeper to go long into the back, and it will be a throw-in for Almun. Greavesy, what players are you looking for today for this Malaga side who can really take the game by the scruff of the neck and make an impact?
I think you just said one there yourself, Andrew Meza. He's finding his form a little bit now, getting on the ball, spraying it. And I'm excited to see a bit more of, forgot his name, right winger, Matty Richardson. If he gets on the ball, go 1v1, he can really cause problems as we've seen in training.
Richardson, of course, formerly of Birmingham City and Burton Albion, making his debut, as we said before, for this Almun side. Greavesy just hitting himself in the head there for not remembering one of his best mates' names. Well, that's all right. Switch of play to Eric Hernandez. Andrew Meza on it. So let's see if that man Meza can start to pull the strings a little bit. Back to Pape Samba. Great fizz ball into James Gray. Now here's that man Richardson in the center of the park. Does well to turn away from 1 and 2. Plays into Julian Davidson. Zachary on the near side. Great step over there. Ball over the top for Richardson. Chance coming for Almun right now. Can he deliver? Decides to turn it back instead. Has Lindo in space if he uses him. He does. Noah Lindo now, 1 versus 1, cuts infield, has Richardson on the reverse, Mati in the center. Chooses instead to go to Meza, but just didn't check his shoulder, didn't see the man behind him, ultimately loses out. One back well by James Gray and Julian Davidson. Recollected by the away side, who look to possess now. First 20 minutes have gone by in a flash so far. Not too many clear-cut chances coming from either side, but an exciting game nonetheless. Both sides seemingly happy to put their foot on the ball and play. Meza does well to win under the pressure of 2, but given away by David Zachary. Looks to get behind the ball quickly, intercepted by James Gray. Gray, the Canadian midfielder, finds Mati. Declan Matisse spends a bit too long on it as well, and a really huge chance for Hörvikens could be coming here. Eric Graham, lovely sliding tackle in the back. That's a bit of Matisse's youth and inexperience showing. Maybe one of his first exposures to senior football for the under-19 striker. Doesn't seem yet to be accustomed to the pace, as we see Eric Graham there on your screen with that lovely sliding challenge that we just seen to prevent the attack from Hörvikens.
Eric Graham looking sharp with the new trim.
Gravesy intent to comment on the haircuts of some of the players right now, but tell you what, with a hair like that, we'll definitely know who he is. We know where he is at every second on the pitch. Great thing to see there. Chip ball in behind from Hörvikens, look to be offsides. The referee says play on, recollected in the center of the park by the number 6. Spun across to the 12 and then to the 16. Lindo out to close down. Great one-touch football being played by the Swedish side right now. Seems to have quite a bit about them, and especially in the center of the park, they're keeping possession well. Infield just around the outstretched leg of Davidson. When that pocket of space opens up in the midfield again. Hernandez on the wrong side here. Ball in behind, intercepted by Graham again. He's had some key, vital interceptions so far. Ball back to Samba under pressure. He'll clear long to Meza. Great ball there from Pape Samba. Just finds Meza in space, manages to relieve all of the pressure on the Almun backline. Switch of play now. Eric Graham on it. Almun doing well just to possess around the back. Now it seems Hörvikens just intend to drop off a bit more, allowing Almun to have it along the back three. But Meza's pass given away in midfield. Chance for the away side to score first. Now cuts in field. The number 10 in space. He has the shot, and it's in. Finds the bottom corner. Makes no mistake with a brilliant finish. Tucked away, and it's 1-0 to Hörvikens. We'll have another look at that replay, but it looks like the captain popping up with the goal. Let's see it again. We'll get some tactical analysis during, after, we'll see. Great ball in behind. Greasy, you scored on this pitch before. Tell us how it feels.
Yeah, great feeling, obviously. Not when the other team score, but I just think there Mez is getting a bit safe with his passing. Obviously, I talked about him coming into the game a bit more, but he's got to look a bit longer. It's good having possession, but sometimes it's a bit of pointless possession. Got to look a bit bigger, stretch him.
Yeah, possession with a purpose, always a key thing to work on now, but it just seemed possession for possession's sake. Ollie Bosworth, what do you think? Anything that the keeper could have done?
Well, you can see Pape there. He's just a bit flat-footed. He's took it early, and it's a great finish. He'll probably look at his own positioning, but just without seeing it again, I don't think there's anything he could have done there.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, but a chance now in behind again. Eric Graham on the wrong side. Ball breaks to number 17. It could be 2 in 2 minutes. It is. Wow, 2 goals in a minute for Hörvikens, and it goes from bad to worse for FCMC now. The analysis that we were seeing before, we almost missed the goal completely. We looked up, and all of a sudden, there was a striker alone with a tap-in. Let's see it again, Mark. This is just not great, especially straight from the kickoff. So the ball was intercepted from Hernandez, then slipped through, has to be said. Great ball in the center of the park. Bounced in the number 17. Tell you what, doesn't look like he took that was a pass on purpose. Looks like he was trying to take a touch around Samba, but nevertheless made its way to the number 10, who couldn't miss from that range, could he? And now all of a sudden 2-0 in the 24th minute, and a mountain for this Almun and FCMC under 19 side to climb. Really though, creations of our own demise, 2 bad giveaways in dangerous areas, and all of a sudden quality teams punish you. Overlapping run now from Felipe Ribeiro, swung into the area, defended away for a corner. Almun with a chance to strike back. So we'll have another look at that, how that corner was won. So there's that man Meza on the ball. Great ball to Richardson, outfoxed the left back. Good overlapping run from Felipe Ribeiro. Looks to drive in the area. There was Mati and Lindo in space. Defended away, corner now. Meza takes. Keeper punches, not fully clear, then followed, and a chance now for Hörvikens to break again. Oh, I'll tell you what, the number 11 was in behind there. Really good defensive play and positioning from Hernandez. But tell you what, if that ball was a bit better, a bit wider, could have been 3. Chance now, Zachary on the wrong side of the run. What a touch from the number 13. Just takes it too far behind him. Lucky escape there as James Gray picks it up and looks for Matty Richardson. Richardson been trying to take a bit more of an aggressive approach so far on the right-hand side, but can't get on the end of that long ball. Hörvikens possess more and more infield right now. The number 10 switches play into the center half. Infield now, Noah Lindo looks to step up. Zachary continues the high press. Hörvikens trying to build out. James Gray intercepts, keeps possession through Eric Graham. The Atlanta, Georgia native doing well so far today, despite finding themselves 2 goals down. Y ahora tenemos un otro comentario de Alberto Cuesta Torres, uno de los mejores amigos de nuestro canal y nuestro equipo también. Alberto Cuesta mirando de la oficina. ¿Qué ha dicho? Alberto, buenos comentaristas hoy en el Bonnet. Alberto, muchas gracias para todo el apoyo. Estoy aquí con los 2 Olivers y Silvio también. Piensa que todos son bien. Estoy traduciendo su comentario para ellos también. Ellos están muy contentos que estás aquí mirando con nosotros. Si algo más que queremos decir, pienso que José Miguel Sánchez está mirando contigo en la oficina, ¿no? Great play from David Zachary. Infield for Julian Davidson. Cleared out, though, over the head of James Gray. Foul whistled for on Hörvikens. Pues Alberto, muchas gracias por tu comentario o por tu comentario. Y si quieres seguir hablando, tú ya sabes que siempre puedes poner más comentarios y voy a hablar contigo para todo el partido si quieres. Eric Hernandez on the ball now, cuts infield for Andrew Meza. Meza starting to build those strings, build some confidence back, drives past 2, Noah Lindo now. Lindo for Gray, bit of a miscommunication between Davidson and Meza. Seems to be having a bit of a go at each other. You never like to see that on the pitch. Could just be one of those friendly kind of miscommunications there. But in the heat of the moment, you never know. To the right now for Ribeiro. Back to Graham. So this is similar to what Ollie Greaves was talking about before. This seems to be possession, but there's not a ton of purpose to it right now. Everyone just content to keep the ball forward. Now an incisive pass from Meza to Lindo. Lindo cuts infield. Julian Davidson has Richardson on the switch, but under hits. Chance for the away side to counter now. Infield. Davidson quickly over to close down. Turned away to the number 12, and then out through the right back. Infield. Hernandez now closes down, but a great touch to take him away from Zachary. So despite this Almuñécar FCMC high press right now, Hörvikens seems to be breaking it quite easily, especially on a pitch like this. It's difficult to press high. You really need to pick your moments. Ollie, sometimes if you're pressing high, what moments do you use as the trigger to start the press, especially in that number 10 role? Usually you're the one that's guiding it.
Normally whenever Hugo wants to run. Just follow him, really. But yeah, you've got to go in packs. Obviously, if you go by yourself on this big pitch, you get picked off. It's not really, and you look like a bit of an idiot, to be fair. And your legs are hurting, so... Yeah, normally whenever Hugo runs.
Greaves is saying you just got to pick your moments at the right time. Usually when the strikers have a good partnership like him and the Frenchman Vicente do, they almost seem to know when they're going to go without communicating. Maybe just an exchange look between the two, just a bit of nod of the head, maybe a point of the finger, and all of a sudden they're off to the races. And we've seen on time and time again here at Estadio Francisco Bonet that press led by Greaves and Vicente has resulted in numerous goals. Remember the last game, I think it was against Vandalias, one of the 3-0 games, that we pressed and scored a goal in the first 5 minutes just from a well-timed pressure there. Turnover in the center of the park, slip through for Greaves or Vicente, and all of a sudden it's in the back of the net and it's 1-0 and teams are shell-shocked. So it's got to be something that this Almuñécar side needs to pick up right now. But of course with the team not knowing that the tendencies of each other, especially having only been grouped together a few days ago, it's very difficult for the strikers and the midfielders to be on the same page. We see Richardson dropping in the middle of the park to get on the ball again. So the midfielders seem to be taking turns dropping between the center halves to get it. Could be a subdirection of assistant coach Liam Bickett. Of course, the Almuñécar number 6, who's been fantastic so far this season for the CDAC seniors, maybe sharing a bit of his wisdom with that. Hernandez looks inside for Mati. His pass intercepted. A chance for the away side to break now. Number 10 scorer of the first goal drives towards the touchline. David Zachary defending well. Cut back. Davidson with work to do. Almost lets him go to Hernandez. Ball swung in. Samba off his line quickly and holds. Good throw there from Pape Samba to Noah Lindo, but immediately under pressure. Tries to keep possession through Zachary. Does so back to Hernandez. Chance looking for number 18. That was David Zachary in behind. Taken down. Referee says nothing doing. A few more comments coming in. Number 29 is Jacob Ribeiro. Okay, so we've got that wrong on the team sheet. It looks that we were set. We've changed it just now, but apologies for that. So Jacob Ribeiro looks like he's at right back. So that's number 29. Okay, apologies for that. We were sent it wrong on the team sheet. Of course, similar names is difficult sometimes to get them all right. So apologies for that. We have that corrected now. What else? Alberto Cuesta Torres, ¿qué opiniones del gran entrenador que es Juan Mabuyejos? Pues, Alberto, Juan Mabuyejos, uno de los mejores entrenadores aquí. Siempre tiene mucha experiencia en fútbol español, especialmente en Segunda Andalucía, donde estaba un entrenador hace 3 o 4 años. Y algo equipo de Buyejos va a pelear, va a luchar hasta la última parte de todo el partido y toda la temporada también. Así que en un partido como esto, tú puedes ver el estilo de Buye que está jugando, con espacio, con muchos pases, y una oportunidad a gol. Cross comes in, ultimately back to the keeper off the foot, via the foot of his own defender. Lucky one there. Ball could have gone anywhere, but I think Greavesy wants to make a comment right now. What does he see out there?
Too much of a kit clash, to be honest. I'm not sure who's picked the kits, but I won't be happy playing in that.
It does look to be a bit of a kit clash. We've got, what do we call this Almun Yekker color right now? Do we call it turquoise? Do we call it aquamarine?
Marine, yeah. I'm going to go aquamarine.
Greavesy saying aquamarine. And what do we got? We call it emerald green for the away side?
Yeah, a bit more of a strong green, I'd say.
Strong green. Maybe like an evergreen fur.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the evergreen fur green and the aquamarine. So we've decided to rhyme the colors for whatever reason that is, but it really does just roll off the tongue. So the aquamarine clad Almun Yekker now playing into the feet of Eric Graham. Eric Hernandez now. Alberto sigue que poner comentarios y del entrenador de José Mi Porteros. Oli Bosworth, come here. So, Alberto, puso un comento. ¿Qué piensas de los entrenador José Miguel? What do you think about goalkeeper coach José Mi?
You know, coming over here, not really knowing anyone, and Josemi's took me into training, and the sessions have been top draw, and I've really enjoyed my time, and you've helped me with that as well. And I think we've got a really strong goalkeeping group at the minute, and training, we're all on fire, we're all making saves, and it's just a great place to be.
Para traducir para los dos en la oficina, Oli Bosworth piensa que cuando llegó a este país sin conocer a nadie, José Miguel era un muy bien entrenador para tener, y toda la unión de los porteros está muy bien, muy juntos, y durante el entreno los sentimientos son muy bien entre todos. Y José Miguel, uno de los mejores entrenadores aquí, especialmente de porteros, José Miguel y Álvaro Mata también, pero Oli piensa que todos los porteros son muy bien, con muchas buenas paradas, y él quiere dar todo el apoyo a Josemi y a Pape en la portería hoy. Infield now for the away side. Ribeiro on the far side defends away to a corner. Good defending there from Jacob Ribeiro. Does really well just to usher the player away from goal. Ultimately concedes the corner, but didn't have many other options there. Had to do that, so really good play from him to prevent the Hörvikens winger from swinging that ball into the area. Of course, a full host of substitutions that we will probably be seeing in or around halftime as well. So we'll keep you apprised with all of those as the first Almun Yekker subs begin to warm up. Now a problem with the ball, not quite pumped up to the referee's liking, so it'll be switched back out. Bullejos quickly over to recollect it, but just a bit of a break in play now as the Hörvikens player goes and gets the ball. Looks to swing into the area. and cause a bit of danger near Samba's goal. So man on the front post, man in the near zone as well. Ball hung up. Samba off his line. Does well to punch. Doesn't get a ton of distance on it. Back out. The strike comes in. Defended away by Eric Graham. And a chance for Matty Richardson to break. Richardson switches play to Declan Matee. Has Lindo and Davidson in front of him. Matee cuts back. Ultimately makes his way to James Gray. David Zachary now takes his touch away from pressure. Plays Gray. Gray first time ball into the feet of Lindo. Lindo cuts back inside to Zachary. Good spell here for Almun, but Zachary dwells on it just a bit too long. Turned over in the defensive third. Hörvikens forced to go long. Eric Graham steps confidently out of the center back role. Plays the first time ball into Davidson. Zachary, now Gray. The Canadian and the American combining well. Zachary onto the left-hand side to Lindo. Lindo steps over. Infield to Richardson. Can he cut towards goal? Goes down. Referee says he's won the ball. Richardson is stayed down behind the play, grabbing his right shin, it looks like, but he's quickly back up. Had one of those great Spanish yells that you always hear on the pitch here at Estadio Francisco Bonap, but he's back up and underway. Seems to be all right. Back into the keeper. Now a press coming from Declan Matee, and now Andrew Meza springs us out of the back, but Hörvikens possess well through. The away side now, pressing forward. Ball slipped in behind. Pape Sambe quickly off to recollect. Doing really well so far in net. Plays short through Eric Hernandez. Eric Graham touch out wide to Jacob Ribeiro. Now Julian Davidson takes his turn dropping between the center backs to get on the ball in the center of the park. David Zachary on the near side. Infield for Noah Lindo. Lindo spends too long on a turned over. Chance here for Hörvikens. Ball in behind Eric Graham, the number 17. Doesn't get a touch on it, but Pape Samba on the wrong side of it. Cleared off the line by Eric Hernandez. Swung back into the center of the area. Pape climbs highest and claims above the Hörvikens striker. But a lot to unpack there. We'll have another look at it. Let's see what happens. So the slip ball was in behind Eric Graham. The striker didn't get a touch on it, but Samba could only reach it with his leg. The shot came in from range, cleared off the line by Eric Hernandez, but concern for the Hörvikens player who is down behind the goal right now. Looks to have taken a knee in the back. So concern for him as we take a bit of time to make sure that the player is okay. So, Greavesy, as we tick towards the last 5 minutes of this first half, what do you expect to see from Malaga first for the final 5 minutes and then into the second half? And we will come to you in just a second as we see Noah Lindo on the right side cut towards the area. Back to Ribeiro. Infield for Lindo. He turns into space. Can he get a cross in? Cuts it back inside. Has Ribeiro again. He's spending a bit too long on it there. Not too many options. So, Greavesy, now we'll come to you. What do you see coming for the final 5 minutes of the first half and then for, let's say, the first 15 of the second?
I'd like to see a bit more of Noah on the ball. He's looking quite lively every time he gets it. So it's just feeding the likes of Matty Richardson and the front players and just letting them go. Letting them get at it. I think it's a bit too much around the back at the minute. Ooh, shot there, but yeah, not enough created. Someone's got to grab it by the scruff of the neck and go for it, really.
Looks like, especially with this away side finding a lot of space in the center of the park right now, this game seems set up for a James Gray or an Andrew Meza to really go grab the game, find the ball, and start pulling the strings of the back four. But I agree with what you said early in the first half as well. We need to start putting a few balls in behind right now, just to kind of force the players to force this away side to turn and face their own goal. As we said before, one of the key aspects of this CD Almun City senior side is to put that ball in behind. So I think we should try to see it probably a bit closer to now as well. But now a chance for Hörvikens to break forward. Samba off his line, marshals well, plays out quickly through David Zachary. So Richardson dropping deeper and deeper to get on the ball now. Not sure if that's where we want the wingers so far. back, but it seems to be where they're finding the most space, so you can't really knock Richardson or Lindo to drop so far back to get the ball. Zachary now under pressure, plays into the feet of Meza. Meza turns out Eric Graham on it. Jacob Ribeiro out to Noah Lindo. So there's that man Greaves he was highlighting before. Looks to play a slip ball, return ball to Ribeiro. Defended away, but a throw in for FCMC. Is that more you wanted to see from the likes of Noah Lindo and Jacob Ribeiro?
Oh yeah, getting forward. I like the look of Noah. Looks like he's going to cause a threat all afternoon.
Yeah, Lindo been one of the better players so far this first half for the FCMC under-19s, representing very well. Formerly Sean Morris's side, currently Yvonne Moya's side, but doing very, very well so far. One of his first experiences probably playing senior football, so he's doing a great job so far, really getting stuck in, showing no fear of anyone that's in front of him. Hörvikens just looking to keep possession. Matisse starts the high press now. Ball cleared into the center of the park, should be ours. James Gray steps up to intercept. Back to the feet of Julian Davidson. Davidson in field to David Zachary. Now Matty Richardson, the English winger, looking to cause some trouble. Looks to have been shoved off the ball. Referee looks to have pointed the other way. Signals for simulation, maybe? It could have been an offsides. Not too sure what the referee is called there, but nevertheless, free kick for Hörvikens. I'm not too sure I saw a foul there. We'll get a replay of that. Richardson went down. This seemed to be more of a 50-50 than anything else. Greavesy, let me know what you saw there.
Not much. Not sure how that's a foul to the other team there, to be honest.
Not sure either. The shot comes in from Davidson. Wow, a flying save from the keeper. Whew, did really well to tip over there. Hasn't been called into any sort of action in the first half, but looking really sharp when called upon. Let's have another look. Let's get the goalkeeping special over here. Bosworth, over you come. Let's see what you saw there. So the shot came in from range. Keeper tips over. What'd you say?
Yeah, well, I think it's a great save. I think he looks he's a bit unsighted when the shot comes in. So to react like that and put it into a safe area, he's done very well.
Yeah, seems to have been a bit high off his line, but there's the benefit of having a keeper with loads of height. Can get back really, really quickly. Big, strong right hand to tip over the bar. But a chance for Malaga to pull one back right on the stroke of halftime now. Meza over the corner, looks to swing in with the right foot, does so, but doesn't beat the first man. Headed clear at the first attempt, followed clear by the away side. The evergreen fur-clad away side, driving forward, space down the right wing. Hernandez quickly back behind the ball. Great retreating run from Zachary, but chipped over the head of Eric Graham. Good defending there from Jacob Ribeiro to close down. Graham wins the 50-50 at the first and second attempt, finds Noah Lindo. His touch just evades him, though. Broken back into the right-hand side. Isolated against Zachary, cuts infield near the edge of the area, looks to switch the play, but intercepted by Jacob Ribeiro. Really good defensive positioning there from the youngster. Found himself perfectly positioned to intercept. Graham plays out well under pressure through Lindo. As Ribeiro finds him in space on the right. Davidson makes the underlapping run, but the pass just too far for the on-rushing midfielder. Good play out of the back right now, but there you can see Lindo starting to lead the line, becoming more and more impactful as this half grows on. Final 2 minutes of play in the first half. We do have to give a shout out right now to George Jeremy, who has admirably stepped up to hop onto the second camera today. So that save that we just saw from the Hörvikens keeper brought to you by Ellie Brett, who's on close camera, but she's only on close because George Jeremy stepped up onto the wide camera as well. So now we can bring you that dual camera view that we are so known for here at FC Malaga City. Foul given away. Free kick chance for FCMC, taking quickly. Matty Richardson switches play infield to Andrew Meza as my caffeine habits are being dissected currently in the commentary position. Jacob Ribeiro on the right-hand side finds the feet of Noah Lindo. Ribeiro continues his run. Lindo comes inside, plays Davidson. Davidson switch of play back to Lindo. Eric Graham on it now. Big switch of play, looking for the former Birmingham City Academy product, Matty Richardson, but well marshaled by the Hörvikens right back into the hands of the keeper. into the final 90 seconds now of the first half. It's been an interesting half so far. FCMC started strongly, but seemed to have faded quickly, and those 2 goals in 2 minutes really took a bit of the wind out of the sails of the home side, but they've recovered well, had the chance on goal, a few corners, and the one big save from the Hörvikens keeper. So certainly with changes coming at halftime, surely a lot of action left so far. But it's been a good showing for a few of the players. Noah Lindo specifically doing well. Matty Richardson has found himself on the ball in space quite a few times as well, causing a bit of havoc. Now a chance for the away side to break, but looking just to see out the end of the first half. Number 6 does well to recollect. He's been good so far in the midfield, just breaking up a lot of the attacks, not allowing our home side to gain a lot of rhythm, especially in the attacking third. There's that man, number 6, on the ball. All of a sudden, space opens up for the Swedish side. Infield, Zachary intercepts, but recollected near the edge of the area. Slipped into the right channel, cuts infield. Will he have a shot? Will he have a cross? Manages to get it back towards the edge of the area. Well held there from Pape Samba. Shot had quite a bit of pace on it. Samba not happy with someone right now. Looks like Richardson wanted him to go quickly, but Matty tried to get the ball into his feet. Bit of a miscommunication there between the 2 CDAC senior players. Eric Hernandez finds that man Richardson on it now. Looks to play Zachary in behind. Can the speedy winger get on the end of it? Ultimately back to the goalkeeper, who plays out well in traffic. Into the midfield now, into added time in the first half. Surely referee should be blowing the whistle soon. We see there watch should be the last attack for Hörvikens. Ball infield, Andrew Meza taken down. Referee signals for a free kick. Surely the last few seconds now. Meza gets it back to his feet. Look to play infield for Julian Davison, but the pass intercepted and a chance for the away side to break. Number 13 on the near side now. We saw him cause some trouble before. Drives forward, cuts in onto the left foot now. The shot from range, well held from Pape Samba. Really good, safe hands from the Senegalese keeper. Draws a round of applause from the crowd here at the Estadio Francisco Bonet. Play goes out through Ribeiro. Great flick there from Noah Lindo. Julian Davidson in space has Lindo on the overlap. Slows down and then accelerates past the number 6. He deliver the right ball. He can. Infield, Matty Richardson side down in the area. Surely must be a penalty. It is. Referee points to the spot. And wow, great play there from Noah Lindo. Richardson does all he can. Draws the foul. Penalty for Malaga in extra time of the first half. Silvio, do you want to tell us what you saw on this one? Silvio, man of few words is that Silvio Bello, but we'll bring it to you anyway. So great play from Noah Lindo. Greavesy will love the chance to sing the praises of Noah Lindo. And let's see what he says.
As I spoke about earlier, find Noah and we will score.
Greavesy, a man of a few more words than Silvio, but still not too many. But that's all that needs to be said. Seems to be a bit of a debate right now going on about who's going to take the penalty. Meza, the captain, wants it. Richardson walking away. So the pressure has been added. Meza with the pen, and it's in. Makes no mistake. Doesn't let the pressure from Richardson get to him. Tucks it into the corner, and it's 2-1 to Hörvikens. But Malaga pull one back right on the stroke of halftime. Really great time to score. Now all of a sudden, all the hard work from Hörvikens almost undone in the first half. Now we'll only go into the halftime break with a 1-goal advantage. Let's have another look at that penalty for Meza. Tucks it away, makes no mistake. Greavesy, what'd you say on that one?
Well, if you put it in that corner, the keeper goes the right way. It's going to have to be right in the corner, and he has done that, Mez, to be fair, so can't do much more.
Yeah, really good moment there for Andrew Meza. Of course, his parents here from the United States this week, so great for them to score. Great for them to see him score as the referee blows for halftime. So despite those 2 goals in 2 minutes for Hörvikens, Malaga managed to claw their way back into the game through a late Andrew Meza penalty after brilliant work from Noah Lindo on the right-hand side, and the penalty drawn by Matty Richardson. So 45 down, 45 to go here in Almun. Please come back in about 15 minutes, and we will see you then.
Yeah, so we're in the UK. Our first ever trip over to England, and I think it's been a success, to be honest. We're finishing up now a 4-day experience with a tour around Carroll Road. We brought the boys down here last night. They got to see a live Premier League game against Manchester United, and then we're now getting to see the stadium where the Manchester United players and Norwich players were playing last night. So, unbelievable experience. Yeah, I think, it's gone as well as it could have. We have to review it now, and I mean, you can always do better. But for a first hit out, I think we've done a sterling effort, and I can't thank the staff enough, from the media guys to Juan Carlos. Ryan, has been an absolute trooper, I think everyone's really dug in, and it shows kind of what this project's about, that it's not just the glitz and glamour, but we've got people that are really here for the cause and just to do the best for the players.
The best thing probably about the academy is just being able to meet different footballers from around the world and play against the big teams that you wouldn't get to in Australia.
The coaches here are absolutely amazing. They help me in everything, teach me the movements, the run, the passes, what to do and what not to do, and to be honest, I've become such a better player since I've arrived.
If I had to describe football in one word, I would choose magical. It's just a sport that I couldn't describe how much it means to me, and everything revolves around it, and it's just all I have, and it's all I'm gonna have, and it's all I want to do for the rest of my life.
I would say life, because I feel like my life moves around football, and it's just, I'm always watching football, I'm always playing football, and I always have it on my mind.
Probably a dream, God's given me the ability to play, so I'm enjoying it. I have to keep working hard, training, and I'll see where it takes me.
I play football because I love it. I just love playing. I love the game, especially Spanish football.
For me, it's my life. This is my life.
I think I have talent, but like I say, it's not enough for all players. Even if you have talent, you have to work next to training and do everything you can to be at the top level.
Basically just, if you want to make it, just go for it. Train hard, work hard, and don't give up.
Be able to adapt and change to things. Soccer is a very subjective sport, and it's all about the coach's mind and what they're trying to play, but it's really been a fantastic experience for me, and I would recommend you come try it out yourself.
para mí es un honor de poder estar aquí en Balaído, ¿no? Ha sido un estadio que ha hecho muchísimos goles, ha hecho una carrera magnífica. Estaba yo en el Málaga haciendo muchísimos goles, entonces ha tenido una propuesta, ha tenido una conversación con Horacio, con todos los directivos, y para mí fue emocionante porque tú llegar a un equipo como Celta de Vigo, para llegar hay un camino muy grande, hay que trabajar mucho, hay que estar todos los días muy concentrado, disciplina en todo. Entonces es muy importante tener, es lo primero. Eso aquí es lo más importante. Lo que el entrenador está explicando lo que tiene que hacer. Entonces yo lo comento siempre a ellos, que hay que aprender. Estamos en una fase de aprendizaje muy grande. La formación de ellos es más importante de la academia. La academia, lo que más interesa, la academia Malaga City, la formación. El objetivo de la academia es formar lo máximo, que no final de año tenemos la certeza que ensinamos a ese chico algo. Eso es más importante. Que ele esteja feliz, a felicidade dele é a felicidade da academia.
Hello and welcome back for the second half here in what is still a rainy Almuñécar. The Costa del Sol isn't too solly today. Not a bit of sun in the sky at all, but it'll never dampen the spirits of our Almuñécar players as we take to the pitch for the second half in this international friendly against Hörvikens. Down 2-1 after a late Andrew Meza penalty, cut the lead for the Swedish side in half, and we've been told in the comments at halftime that Hörvikens actually play in Division 3 in Sweden, not Division 4. So we've been corrected like that. Apologies to all the Hörviken fans out there that we've offended. They do play in Division 3, not Division 4. But currently they are a goal better than us right now. Up 2-1 to the good right now after 2 goals in the 23rd and 24th minute. And we do have quite a few changes to bring you for the home side right now. We'll try to get all of those in, but now we see Matty Richardson, one of the survivors from this first half, driving forward. Looks to have tripped on the ball. Looks down at the pitch, seems to blame the pristine surface beneath him. It looks like he just was a bit over-exuberant trying to get forward. That happens sometimes, especially when you're pressing high. There's number 15. That's one of the substitutes, Josh Kahn, onto the pitch. We see Newton, number 7, coming in on the left-hand side. So we'll tell you the subs that have come in, and we'll try to tell you who's come off. So first thing we see at right back, Gerson Maldonado has come in. So Maldonado, who was at right back in the first half? That was Jacob Ribeiro. So Maldonado's come in for Ribeiro. Bongani is in the center back. Bongani is in the center back role. That means who's come off there? That means Eric Graham has come off for Bongani. Jose Lozano drops into the left center back role. That means who was sacrificed? That means Eric Hernandez was sacrificed. Now Gerson Maldonado comes forward, plays in Matty Richardson, just a bit too far for the on-rushing right winger. So, Greavesy, second half is underway. Wholesale changes throughout. Looks like 5 or 6 from Bullejos with more on the way, warming up down the side. What do you expect to see from these substitutes?
I'm expecting to see a bit of energy. Obviously, Josh Kahn won the ball back straight away there. They were being told at half time, get after him in the press. And I think they can win the ball back and go and score. Obviously, it was a bit slower the first half, but look at Josh there. He started very well. Expecting a goal from him.
So Ali Gree is making his first commentarial prediction right now. A Josh Kahn goal will happen in the next 45 minutes. We'll see if he's right. If he does, he wins the prize of being my favorite co-commentator. Swung in from Newton. There's a chance for Kahn just over his head. Matty Richardson closes down. Well played out from the home side, and a chance for them to break now. Lozano and Bongani isolated. Trying to get back behind the ball as David Zachary. Ball slipped in behind. Pape Samba off his line. Does well to slide at the feet of the onrushing striker. Gets his going back underway quickly through Lozano. Spanish center back enters for Eric Hernandez. Josh Kahn could be in behind here. Newton tries to pick him out. Recollected by Julian Davidson. So Newton, the number 7, one of the substitutes as well, formerly of Boreham Wood in England, coming back on for his debut in Almun Yekker colours. He's also from Arsenal, formerly of Barnsley. He's worn the Boreham Wood top a few times so far as we've seen him, but formerly of the Barnsley youth setup as well. So more of these English youth players coming in more and more. Of course, with Ollie Greaves from Sheffield United, Oliver Bosworth from Leicester City, Silvio Bello from Nottingham Forest. We've just got, the list can go on here in Almun Yekker. It's been really good to have that program coming in with us. Not every day you get the players of this quality coming in, especially such as Greaves and Bosworth coming in every day. Long ball over the top from Bongani. Intercepted. Looking to be recollected. Number 19, that's Colby Williams. Chance now in behind for Hörvikens, but ultimately back to the feet of Pape Samba. Samba infield for the Canadian midfielder James Gray. Gray, of course, formerly of the Academy, was roommates with Jacob Thompson actually all years ago when the Academy still had to share some rooms. So James Gray with a bit of history here, went back to Canada, played a bit there, and decided to test the greener pastures of Spain once again. Newton spends a bit too long on the far side. Chance for Hörvikens to break forward. Now ball onto the wrong side of Lozano. Newton needs to get back behind it. Ball just too far for the right winger, out for an Almun Yekker throw-in. Pape Samba on the ball now. Plays short into Bongani. Bongani looks to go long. Matty Richardson running in behind. Can he get on the end of it? Intercepted by Hörvikens, but only as far as the sand pit on the near side. Matty Richardson quickly over. Maldonado will look to get us underway through a throw-in. The right back wearing the number 9. Maybe be popping up with a few goals of that number on his back. Colby Williams making a move in there, looking to get on the ball. But instead, Maldonado will find Davidson. Davidson now on the ball is Colby Williams. His pass does make its way to James Gray. Does well to keep possession through Lozano, all the way back to Pape Samba. His first time ball. Bongani looks to have kept it in. No, referee blows a halt to proceedings. Ball just ran out of play. Unfortunate there. Bongani was on the ball from Samba, just a bit behind him, but unlucky. Tried to play it first time, so really good to see that attacking mindset from Samba there. Unfortunately, just a bit of a misconnection on the pass. Throw-in taken quickly now onto the wrong side of the Almun Yekker line. Well, needs ball swung into the area, headed clear at the first attempt, followed clear by James Gray. Can Newton get on the end of it, do one of those mazy runs forward? Julian Davidson tries to recollect, but it breaks to the Hörvikens number 16. Infield to the number 6. Slip ball down the right-hand side, swung into the area. Good defending there from Jose Lozano. Newton on it now, tries to turn away from one, does well to take it to the byline, but the ball runs out of play. It will be an Almun Yekker throw-in, though. Last touch off Hörvikens. Julian Davidson switches play into the feet of Lozano, and then Bongani. Bongani now into the feet of Gerson Maldonado. Maldonado looks long, but no one had made the run in behind. Tenemos un otro comentario de Alberto Cuesta Torres. Gran portero, gran persona, gran trabajador, gran amigo y gran vinagre. Eres grande, machina, Brennan. Pues Cuesta, gracias por todas las palabras muy simpáticas. Significa mucho que escuchar de una persona de nuestro club, una persona quien pienso que es uno de los mis mejores amigos aquí, claro. Y Alberto, quiero decir gracias por todas las palabras y significa muy mucho. Y siempre estamos alegres y felices que cuando estás aquí con nosotros en directo con nuestros partidos. Now Bongani on the ball. Looks to slip a ball into the right channel. There's Josh Kahn that picks it up. Good hold-up play from the striker formerly of Halifax Town in the English system. Matty Richardson now, the Birmingham native, looks to cut back to Jerson Maldonado. Maldonado into the feet of Julian Davidson as a phone takes a spill behind the scenes, but it seems to be up and back working. Mark Bridle breathes a sigh of relief behind the computers that you see now. But a good spell of possession coming here for Almun City. Bongani turns away. Maldonado on it now. Colby Williams, the American midfielder, turns away from one, cuts back against two. Has Richardson. Can he deliver? Chooses to cut back and play Maldonado. Jerson Maldonado with some USL 2 experience plays back for Bongani, who's hooked ball only as far as the head of Colby Williams. But headed out, it'll be a throw-in for Almun right now. Greasy, better spell coming for Almun right now. What do you see? What do you think has been really the spark or the catalyst of this better spell of possession?
Just a change of energy. Like, they've come out the second half and they just look like they want it a bit more. They want to move it back high. The high press is coming into play. Josh is leading that well. Jerson with the pace. So, just a nice bit of skill there. So yeah, looking a lot more lively. You see Matty Richardson flying down that right wing as he's got the new wings on the neck. So he'll like that one.
Matty Richardson, of course. Greaves, you referring to the new tattoo that he's got on the back of his neck. Not sure if we can get a good shot in there. If he turns around, can Ellie get the wings on the back of the neck? She can. What a camera shot that is. None other than Ellie Brett bringing in the wings on Matty Richardson's back. If he scores a goal and does the wing celebration, we may just lose it up here in the box. But has to give a massive shout out to Ellie Brett on camera right now. She's heard the commentary in the back and zoomed right in on where we need it to be. It doesn't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. That's why she makes the big bucks. Putra, Ali Putra, we do have to give a shout out to as well on the wide camera right now. He's gotten a bit distracted so far with a lot of the older players around. A bit starstruck is Ali Putra sometimes, but he's back on the camera now. We can see him following the ball really well. Of course, Ali, a veteran of this FCMC Academy setup. Really great kid on the camera, always willing to help out when we need him. Can't say enough good things about Ali Putra. Of course, the Malaysian midfielder, usually on the under 21s, but injured last night, so unfortunately we couldn't see him play. But we can't wait till he's back fit on the pitch again. His parents were here just a couple months ago, so it was great to finally have the opportunity to meet them after hearing so much about them. And Ali, just enough can't be said about the man. Always happy to volunteer on the camera, always a smile on his face, always in the gym doing legs. So great guy, Ali. Corner for the home side, swung in, and it finds its way into the back of the net. And it's 3-1 to Hörvikens right now. Let's see how that transpired. We'll have a few changes coming up for Almun, but let's have a look at the goal. So what have we got right now? It was a corner. While we were singing the praises of Ali Putra, Hörvikens clearly not sharing that sentiment. Swung the corner in. Flicked on. Looks like it hit off the head of, I can't even tell who it hit. Looks like the long-haired number 12 for Hörvikens. Samba caught in no man's lane. Let's go to the goalkeeper perspective on this. Ollie Bosworth, formerly of Leicester City, best friends with Kasper Schmeichel. What have you got to say?
About Pape there from the goal, he looks like he's got caught in two minds, you know. It's a great ball in, he's really whipped it. I think he's made an early decision and the lad's just beaten to the ball. I think he'll look back at that later and realise that, you know, his position is not right where it needs to be, but you know, there's always time to put that right in the game.
Tough one as a goalkeeper, though, especially with the ball swung in like that. Sometimes better to stay on the line and just almost see how it comes and react to it. What do you think? Because I know as goalkeepers, we've both conceded from goals like that before in the past. What have you learned from your experience?
Yeah, well, as you said, everyone's made that slight misjudgment, but I think the safe option would be to stay on your line and react, but perhaps obviously gone for the more aggressive approach, and it's just not quite worked out this time.
You know what? I love to see that as a goalkeeper, taking that more aggressive approach, especially in a friendly like this. Really, there's almost no risk in taking that approach, because you know what? You go out and catch, everyone's like, you know what? Fucking great take that was. But sometimes they get it wrong. The striker manages to nick in front of it, and they get the flicked header on. But a good statement of intent there from Pape Samba, especially with the goalkeeper of his size and his stature coming off his line like that.
Yeah, we talk about the stature of Pap. You know, we expect him to come for crosses. He's a big guy. Needs to be more dominating, and you know he's tried it there, and the striker's just got there first. But I think he'll be disappointed with that one.
Agree. That's the thing about playing in some of these friendly matches as well. It looks like the rain is just picking up here at Estadio Francisco Bonet. But these are the matches where you can make those mistakes and you can really learn from the experience that you're getting. So Almun back underway now. A few more substitutions coming in. It looks like number 10, Luca Rosano, has entered the fray. Jose Lozano, of course, on the ball. It's center back. Who else has come in? We got number 14 here on this near side. Let's see who that is. Let's see if we can diagnose that one. Number 14, Aaron Smith. Okay, Ali Putra coming up with the help from the wide camera now. Gerson Maldonado drives forward, finds his way to Luca Rosano. Rosano into the feet of Colby Williams. Colby Williams switches play to the feet of, who's that? That's Gabriel Prates, who's come in on the left-hand side. Back to the feet of Bongani. Bongani to Smith. Maldonado dwells on it a bit too long. Chance for the away side to break. Good defending there from Gerson Maldonado. Defends it away for a throw-in. Fought for in the center of the park, ultimately falls to the feet of the number 10. He looks to square it into the middle. Good composure there from Jose Lozano to usher it back to Pape Samba. Colby Williams with a step over it too, finds its way to Bongani. Bongani now into the feet of Maldonado. Maldonado cuts infield away from one, leaves him dumped on the turf. Really good skill there from Gerson Maldonado. Infield, Julian Davidson takes a hit from the number 12, goes down, quickly back up to his feet. Can we switch play to the Brazilian Prates? Davidson over it. Referee looked to have wanted to move the ball, but instead is okay with the ball being played through Williams. Colby, of course, brother of Cameron Williams of the FCMC, but great skill there from Luca Rosano to turn away from two. All of a sudden, Aaron Smith in behind for Rosano again. Can he get on the end of it? Good cover defending there from the Swedish center back, doing really well to clear. Great flick over the head of Maldonado. Chance for the Evergreen team to drive forward, but intercepted really well by Bongani. His driven ball for Rosano just a bit too far. Rosano gives him the wry thumbs up there. A really good idea, but unfortunately, just the connection wasn't there. Throw in for the Swedish side falls its way to the number 13. This big number 6 switches play. Defensive work for Gabriel Prates to do. Referee whistles for a handball. Could be danger if they choose to play quickly there, but wise. Old bit of tactics there from Gabriel Prates, showing experience well beyond his years, just to kick the ball away, prevent them from going quick. Looks like a hand. Oh, doesn't Mark says not so much of a handball. Calls it soft, so maybe just hit his hand, but no harm done. Aaron Smith drives forward now. The number 14. Can he find Rosano? Tried to, but intercepted in the middle of the field by the away side. Long ball from the keeper, manages to search out the number 15, recollected by Luca Rosano. The Swiss midfielder does well just to usher back to Maldonado. I'll tell you what, Rosano's been a great addition since coming in. He's really gotten on the ball, taking on players. Really good player, Luca Rosano. I feel like he's been underutilized the last few weeks by Juan Mabijos, getting his chance to shine here in this friendly. Bongani ushers it back to Pape Samba now. The commentator takes his seat. He's been behind the game a bit too long. Wants to get a view of the live action right now in front of the screen. Colby Williams pops up on the ball in the center of the park. Switch play to Jerson Maldonado. Has Josh Kahn ahead of him. Flicked ball down the channel for Aaron Smith. Smith will continue the high press. Newton looks to close down the keeper, who does well to clear first time under pressure. Good strong header from Bongani brought down by Luca Rosano. The switch of play into the feet of Jerson Maldonado. Maldonado does well to get the ball to Aaron Smith. His first time return pass, a bit behind Jerson, but he does well to recollect. Rosano, ball finds its way to the feet of Josh Kahn. The Leeds-born striker tries to turn away from one. Looked to have been fouled, but the referee says play on. And a chance for the away side to break now. The number 19 drives forward. What a sliding tackle that was from Colby Williams. Got a great extended toe on the ball. Referee correctly says no foul. Closed down on the far side by Newton, out for a throw-in. So early into this second half right now, Almun seems to be growing a bit into the game, but haven't really had that clear-cut chance that they need to really put pressure on the keeper. Chance now defended away. It'll be another corner. So more defensive work to do. We saw them concede on the last set piece. Let's see if we can right the ship now, get this one clear. Tell you what, if I'm Pape Samba, I'm looking to continue my aggression right now. I want to come high off my line right now and see if we can claim this one despite the in-swinger. We'll have another look. This ball hung up with a bit more height. And as I said, Pape Samba quickly off his line, claims it with power. Doing really well there to correct the mistake of the first one. Brilliant take there from Samba. Rosano looks to drive forward. Ball ultimately out for a throw-in. But really good, has to be said. Pape Samba right there. Despite being caught in no man's land on the last one, didn't lose his confidence, not one little bit. Claims the ball at the highest point. Nice, easy catch. That's what you love from your keeper. One who's willing to be commanding, come off his line. Heard the nice loud keeper shot from up here. Just took it really, really commandingly. And got us going with the counterattack. Good clearing header there from Jerson Maldonado. Julian Davidson picks it up. Colby Williams dances away from two. Back to the feet of Pape Samba. One player we haven't seen too much of yet this second half is Newton. The number 7 on the left wing can be a dangerous player when given the ball to his feet. We've seen him make some mazy runs and score some incredible goals in training so far. But he doesn't seem to have gotten too much of the ball so far in the second half. Midfielders need to start looking into the channels because that's where the space is. Both fullbacks for this Swedish side don't seem to be the greatest, and that's where the space has been in behind. Of course, that's where Meza managed to score the penalty from, was that play down the right-hand side. So that's a space we could exploit. Pressure coming from Khan against the keeper forces him to go long. And to no one in particular, Pape Samba recollects. Rain just intensifying a little bit here in Almun. Not too much rain usually comes in these parts of Spain, but tell you what, for the last few weeks, the weather has been quite terrible here. The last few throes of winter before the spring and the summer really begin to take route, and of course next week the temperature will be getting up to 20, 21, and 22, so more the weather we're accustomed to here on the southern coast of this lovely country. Aaron Smith cuts inside, plays Colby Williams. Newton. Former Barnsley product, now isolated 1v1. Maybe can stretch his legs. Instead plays Gabri Prates on the overlap. His ball swung in towards Josh Kahn. His flick. Can Rosano get on the end of it? Just a bit too short for him. But now the away side with a chance to break on the wrong side of Colby Williams. Jose Lozano does well. Lovely little flick over the outstretched leg of the onrushing number 9. Now Julian Davidson comes forward. Rosano has Maldonado. Chooses instead to play Smith. Davidson and Maldonado just occupying the same space. Maldonado clears. It's Davidson on the ball now. Can he have a shot with the left foot? You can tell he's hesitant to use it. Finds its way to Newton. Can he cut in onto the right foot? He can. He'll definitely have a shot from there. Ooh, curls inches wide of the far post. Great chance coming there for the English winger. Did really well to create half a yard of space and just rifles it wide of the near post. Let's have another look at it. So Davidson found a great spot. Thought he could have a shot there maybe, but instead chose the unselfish route to Newton. Newton cuts onto the right foot, dances away from the number 9, and ooh, tell you what, Mark, was not very far away, was it? Rain really starting to pick up now. You can almost tell from the puddles behind the goal. We'll see if we can get a close-up shot of that. But the rain starting to thunder down onto this natural grass surface at Estadio Francisco Bonet. There's a shot of it right there. You can't ask for better camera work than that. You don't get work like that in the Premier League. But you can see the rain just pounding away at the running track surface around the pitch. There's a long ball over the top for Bangani, looking for the run of Aaron Smith, the keeper with a goal-scoring knee slide there. Claims it before Smith can get a toe to it. So a bit to be said about this Hörvikens side right now, who play in Swedish Division 3. They are currently in Almun on a tour. So for a lot of these Scandinavian teams, and for any teams around the world that are listening to this, a tour is when you come to a different location from where you're from, spend maybe a week, 2 weeks training, playing against local opposition. And so this is the first tour that I can remember that has come to Almun. And despite the bad weather, I've spoken to a few of their players, a few of their staff. They do seem to be having a great time out here so far. So if you're interested in booking a tour, don't hesitate to get in contact with us. You'll get games and training sessions at a lovely stadium such as this. You'll get to enjoy the Spanish coach. You'll have all the meals and everything provided as well. If you book through a few of our companies, so keep your eyes out for some news on how to book tours. Might be a little bit of something called Balling Abroad that may be making an appearance coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And if you'd love to book a tour out here with us, as soon as you see that post come up, let us know. And we'd love to have you out here in sunny Spain, in Almun. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to just see different styles of football. The shot comes in from range from Rosano, easily into the hands of the keeper. But better for Malaga now, starting to turn the screw a bit. Now the high pressure starting to come from Malaga, but Hörvikens break it with relative ease out through the left wing. Ball over the top, defended away. It'll be a corner for Hörvikens. So a corner for the away side now. Looks like this will be another in-swinger. Samba should be coming off his line again, buoyed by the last claim that he took. This time he chooses to stay at home. Ball makes its way to the second post, hammered back across. Ball could fall anywhere. Samba off his line. Somehow it ends up in the hands of the big Senegalese keeper. He'll look to go quickly through Rosano. Great ball over the top. Just too close to the number 15, defended away. Back through the number 6 and the goalkeeper of Hörvikens. Got a few more players coming up here into the commentary position. Tyler O'Neill with us right now. Does he want to say hi? It looks like he does. Tyler O'Neill on the screen.
Hello.
There is the big man, Tyler, of course, of the CDAC under-23s. Has been dealing with a bit of a knee injury lately, but has been back in training for the last few days. Hoping to see him maybe feature this or the next weekend. Once he's back in play, nodding with agreement there. But Tyler, of course, a key figure for the CDAC under-23s. Seems to have been a bit of a drop in form with him not in the 18. So O'Neill needs to get back just as quick as he can as we continue towards the promotion push. Free kick for Malaga now. Luca Rosano over it. It'll be an outswinger, but the keeper seems to be positioned quite aggressively. There's space to drop it in behind. Rosano with the outswinger, looking for Newton towards the back post. The header, it looks like Colby Williams rose highest there. Good header there from the California midfielder. Let's have another look at it. Good ball from Rosano as well. Outswinger. And is it Williams? It is. Colby Williams jumps highest there. Does really well to get his head on the ball. Unfortunately, just can't get enough height to bring it down goalwards. The pressure coming now even higher for Malaga. But the ball makes its way into midfield. Williams a bit late on the press, but Maldonado manages to cut it out. Colby Williams wins the header again, but the ever-dangerous number 6 drives forward. Luca Rosano manages to get a toe. Now the 19 on it. Can he switch the play? Josh Kahn with a good back press. Gabri Prates now in a 1v1 situation. Does well. Great sliding challenge. Now Josh Kahn. Back to the Brazilian. Has Smith on the switch. Just don't think he saw him through the sea of bodies there. Instead chooses to play infield to Colby Williams. Williams turns away from danger. Gerson Maldonado. Maldonado has Kahn in behind, but his long ball deflected before it can cause any danger. Good play from the striker there. The number 6 turns out of pressure. And Hörvikens will keep possession. So an interesting game to watch from up here so far. The Swedish side doing well just to spread out our home side right now. And really just picking them apart with a few of the passes. Despite the press starting to increase with intensity, Hörvikens are staying calm under pressure and playing out well. Bongani again with what is now his patented elbow to the face for another foul. Something he's got to improve on. We've seen him for the CDAC under 23s almost be booked a few times with that, and it looks like we're into the final 15 minutes of action in Almun right now. Of course, the thin layer of dust coating just about everything as another Saharan sandstorm has been whipped up. Now Julian Davidson looking to win it in the midfield. Newton drives forward. Good, strong challenge. Gabri Prates switch of play towards Aaron Smith. Smith with the first time ball into Rosano. Rosano to Maldonado. Khan and Newton to Amat in the area. Chooses to go to Luca Rosano instead. Rosano, a bit of time on the ball. Switches play. That's Jose Lozano and Gabri Prates. Lozano now. Luca cuts infield away from one. Switch of play onto the left wing. Julian Davidson. Infield for Newton. Great 1-2 played between them. Switch of play again through Jose Lozano. Ball into the feet of Maldonado. Maldonado cuts back. Keeps possession through Williams and Bongani. But Bongani's pass under hit for Maldonado. Chance for Hörvikens to counter. Instead of going forward, they cycle all the way back through. The keeper seems to be intent on just seeing the rest of this game out. Khan was pressing, but Newton late arriving to follow in with the second wave. Good pressure from Rosano. Oh, the Hörvikens striker just manages to turn away at the last second. But really good initiative shown there from the Swiss striker. Long ball over the top will run out of play for a Malaga throw-in. Great bit of skill there on the left side, but possession can't be retained back through Hörvikens. The away inside now growing in confidence, playing through the thirds. Number 19 on it now. Great leave there from the number 7. Switch of play onto the right wing. He drives towards the touchline. Defensive work for Prates to do. Does well. Can he find the clearance that he needs? No, he can't. Ball stays in play, but referee bails him out with a foul call there. I tell you what, didn't look like much in it to me. So the referee at the field level clearly had a better view of it than I did. Whistle for the foul. Malaga quickly back underway through Lozano and Bongani. Bongani now finds Gerson Maldonado. Maldonado infield to Rosano. Luca cuts back against 2. Colby Williams. Switches play to the Brazilian left back Gabri. Williams with the ball across. Bongani does well to come out of position at center back, but can do no more than to find it back to the Hörvikens keeper. Infield now Luca Rosano. He'll drive forward, has Williams ahead of him. Prates to the left, uses Gabri Prates. His return ball for Rosano, a bit behind him. Lozano now near the midfield line. His chip ball over the top looking for Aaron Smith. Takes it down brilliantly on the thigh. Ball all the way back to the Hörvikens center back. Big switch of play. Swedish side really starting to express themselves now. Number 7 with the underlapping run. The ball instead goes over the top of the number 14. Samba quickly off his line. Clears into the stand on the far side. Good attacking goalkeeping there In a really advantageous position was Pape Samba. As soon as that ball came over the top, he was quickest to it, quickest to react. Managed to get the clearance in before any danger could be done. Good retreating play there. That's number 15, Josh Kahn. Seems to have taken up a position on the left wing. Just a bit of a position swap with Newton, who wants to try his hand at striker. Kahn's been getting a bit of joy up front. Let's see if Newton can continue that trend. Throw-in taken quickly into the final 12 minutes of action in a increasingly wet Almuñécar. Rain continuing to pound down right now. Looks more like England than it does Spain. But hopefully in a few weeks' time the weather will clear up a little bit. But of course the English guys up here feel right at home. Haven't even got any jackets on. Many of them wearing shorts as it is. So the cold and the rain to them means nothing. It's just for the people here in Spain, it's one of the worst weather days of the year. For the English guys, it's simply known as Friday. We see Gabri Prates on the ball now. Josh Kahn on that left wing roll. Colby Williams midfield. Switches play to Jose Lozano. Lozano looks to go long for Gerson Maldonado. Can the long-haired winger arrive? Pressure by Newton. Again, the Swedish side just confidently play out of their back. The goalkeeper, don't think he's misplaced a pass all day. Good pressure there from Newton. Again, playing out through the midfield. So it's a combination of Davidson, Williams, and Rosano not exactly arriving on time to continue the press. The front three are pressing well, but the rest just seem a bit slow in the uptake. Rosano turns the corner now, shot from range. Goalkeeper knew where his goal was, watches it roll wide, and will wisely go get the ball from way behind the running track just to kill as much time as he can as we near the final 10 minutes of action here in Almuñécar. Rain falling even heavier now. This will be good to hopefully clear out some of the sand that has landed here in Almuñécar last night. We were almost being hit by pelts of sand while we were streaming the under-21s match. Good thing Mark and I were undercover, else we would have ended up going home looking like we were in a mining accident. Keeper gets us going underway now. Almuñécar looking to find another goal. Still only a two-goal deficit, so 2 goals in 10 minutes isn't unheard of, but a goal needs to be scored now. Chance will come with Julian Davidson winning a free kick. Looks like the Brazilian Prates will be over it, but Rosano would like to get involved. Looks like the players will head to the box here. Yep, indeed. Big man Lozano heading forward. Newton a big body to aim for as well. Aaron Smith has a bit of height on the right wing spot. So a chance to load the box. Let's see how the service will be. The Brazilian Prates with the take. Goalkeeper perfectly positioned. Seems to only take 2 steps back. Claims at the highest point. Really well done there from the goalkeeper clad in the black kit wearing the number 90. Tell you what, that's not a bad keeper, number 90. Who have we got? We've got on our team. We've got number 1, we've got number 12, 13, and 31, I think. So 90, we're adding a bit of a bingo number to it. But Julian Davidson finds himself in space. The shot from range just can't keep it down. Leaning back a bit too much. Flies harmlessly over the ball, not even forcing a dive out of the keeper. Tough one there. Davidson found himself in a good area. I think we've got the replay of it queued up right now. So we're looking at it. Fell to Davidson. Did well to drive forward. Found really well. The shot came in. I'll tell you what, I think he should be doing a little better with that. At least working the keeper there. Huge chance to maybe get a goal, pull one back, and create a grandstand final few minutes. But unfortunately, just leaning back a bit too much. Ball may have bobbled up on him on the slippery surface. Shot just went over the bar. Malaga continue the press, though. Again, this pocket of space is in the center of the park. The goalkeeper's made that pass 5 or 6 times in a row now. Surely the tactical change has to be coming from the bench to address that problem. Colby Williams under pressure, turns away from the number 16. Plays for Gabri Prates, but his touch cleared away for a Malaga throw-in. Final few minutes of action here now at Almuñécar. Prates throw-in looking for Newton, intercepted by the center back. High pressure forces the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. Big number 90 puts his boot through it this time. Clears over the head of Prates, out for an Almuñécar throw. CD Almun senior coaches George, Jeremy, and Samar Linares take the stairs down to field level, hoping to address the team after, asking Samar if he wants to come on the stream. Shakes his head, gives a wry smile, no. So he'll continue down the stairs, but doesn't want to be interviewed this time, does he? Jeremy, of course, with a big TV appearance yesterday, but Samar not too interested in the spotlight, prefers a more behind-the-scenes role. As we watch the action on the pitch continue, the ball at the feet of Pape Samba right now has Bongani in space. His ball infield for Jerson Maldonado. Maldonado does well to turn away from the number 14 and continue forward. Ball slipped in behind for Newton, intercepted by the number 18. Will it fall for Khan? It does. Takes one off the chest. Does well to usher it back to Maldonado. Jerson drives forward, has Julian Davidson, but the touch just too far of his outstretched left leg. Chance for the away side to break now. And they choose instead to keep possession through the number 12 and then through the number 2. Onto the near side for number 18. Miscommunication there between him and his +1, the number 19. The aquamarine-clad FC Malaga City team right now try to build forward, looking to find that second goal. Lozano on it, has to be careful. Under pressure does well to get it to Jose Lozano. Back to Pape Samba. Should play through Bongani here. The space in behind this team, this away side keeping a very, very high line, but everyone seems a bit afraid of hitting that long one over the top. Now the number 6 on it. Will he hit the ball in behind? Had the number 9 running, but instead tries to play short to the 16, intercepted by Josh Khan. Great drop of the shoulder there to turn away from run. Colby Williams now. Jose Lozano switches play to Bongani. Bongani drives forward. Williams on it. Back to Bongani. Back to Williams. Williams tries to turn away. Referee says no foul. The number 6 breaks forward. Chance now for the Swedish side. Ball hung up on the left, cut infield. Great turn, taken down. Must be a penalty, absolutely. No question about it. Referee points to the spot there. Penalty to Hörvikens. We'll have another look at it. Great play from the number 19. Just delayed. Great turn there. Rosano takes him down. No doubt of a penalty. And we've had a bold call from Oliver Bosworth. Bosworth says he saves it. Let's see if Pape Samba can make it so. Bosworth says he saves it. The striker steps up and dispatched into the corner. Tucked away. So Bosworth's commentary prediction has gone awry today. The call of Samba to save the penalty was mistaken, but good penalty nevertheless. There's that number 6. Tell you what, he deserves his goal. He's been the best player, in my opinion, for the opposition. Just gave Samba the eye, sent him the wrong way, and it's 4-1 in the 86th minute. So that should just about be that for the game today. Final 5 minutes right now. Almun looking to try to find one more consolation goal that they can get. But overall, I feel like Hörvikens have been the better side. Hasn't been too much in it. The game's just lacked a bit of pace, a bit of intensity, especially from this Almun team. As we see there, Bongani goes to ground but can't clear. Another chance for Hörvikens now. Ball squared into the middle. Great sliding challenge there. That's Jose Lozano. Managed to get a toe to it before the damage could worsen. Colby Williams looking to advance there, but the number 6, the scorer of that penalty, just has it run back to the goalkeeper. He puts his foot on it, infield to that man, the number 6 again. Hörvikens just playing in the pockets of space now. The space is opening up more and more. Long ball over the top for number 18. Great touch from Pape Samba there, well off his line, but brought down confidently to the feet of Jose Lozano. Can't imagine there'd be too much extra time here today. Referee, especially with the weather, seems intent on everyone going home just as quick as they can, especially with the result already having been decided. Bongani plays infield for Maldonado. Intercepted now. Number 14 tries a cheeky little nutmeg. Doesn't quite come off. Aaron Smith now turns away from his opposite number. Switch of play to Jose Lozano. Chip ball over the top for Gabri Prates. Luca Rosano on it now. Infield. Colby Williams turns into trouble. Hörvikens intent on just keeping the ball now back through the keeper. Doesn't like the options he has in front, but then finds the number 6 in space. Malaga pushing the Hörviken line further and further back, but just can't seem to intercept the ball, as Kahn does actually intercept that one. The number 12 turns away from trouble. Hörvikens break the press again. Space on the near side now. Maldonado closes quickly. 1-2 played around him with relative ease, though. 14 in space on the left-hand side. Can he deliver? He can. Ball in a dangerous area. Well claimed by Pape Samba there. Just read exactly where the bouncer was going to take the ball and arrived there before the striker could get on the end of it. Really good commanding goalkeeping from Pape. Final few minutes of play here as the crowd begins to make its way towards the exits. Looks like a few of the supporters heading for an early shower. Of course, many of them with training beforehand want to get home and head to Moye for lunch. So that'll be coming up in just a little bit for them. But final few minutes of play right now. Maldonado looks infield for Smith, but again, just a bit of a miscommunication there. Ball behind from the number 14 goes off Colby Williams. Hörvikens will start again through their keeper. Ball cleared out. It will be an Almun throw in here. Final 2 minutes of action. Maldonado wants to get us underway just as quick as we can here. Bongani on it. Bongani to Maldonado. Maldonado with a mazy run. Gets past 2, but can't beat the 3rd. Colby Williams under pressure. Dumped to the turf by his opposite number. Free kick for Almun. Last chance to get a consolation here. Luca Rosano over it quickly. This ball is surely to be destined for the box. Luca Rosano over. He steps up. He's going for goal. Tell you what. Ooh, flies over the bar. An ambitious effort from Maldonado from Rosano there. Bit of a cheeky look up to the sky, wondering just exactly how that ball continued to sail on him. For sure, he saw visions of grandeur in his head, but unfortunately, ball would not cooperate with what he had in mind. Ball flew over. Ball flew over the goal. The producer with the wry comment that the ball almost ended up in Morocco. I did really think that was a bit unnecessary, Mark, but wow. Shows where his head's at. Clearly wants to be on a beach in Marrakesh right now. Number 6 turns away from pressure. Surely the final few seconds of play right now. Referee can't have added too much time onto this. Number 6 in space in the center of the park. Can Hörvikens fashion one last chance? Lozano steps out of the back. Danger here for Almun. Samba chooses to stay at home. Can Bongani get there? Ushers it back to Pape Samba in goal. Does well to turn away from one. His pass to Maldonado is a good one. Jerson finds himself under pressure. Tries to play in field for Lozano. Just get there. Malaga living dangerously right now. But ball comes good. Julian Davidson. His ball for Aaron Smith. Can he deliver first time? There's numbers in the box, but really good pressure from number 18. Just gets back behind the ball. Surely the last action of the game right now. We're into a minute of added time right now. Looks like we'll get the ball back into play quickly. They should go short. There's 2 of them over there. 2 versus 0. Smith does play short to Rosano. 2 versus 1 now. Rosano drives towards the area. Needs to get the cross right, though. Smith just spends too much time on it, loses out. Him and Rosano just shoved off the ball. Pressure high from Jose Solano, clipped over the back. Bongani tries to bring it down as well, just to get it under the outstretched leg of the number 14. Switch of play, Gabriel Prates with the ball, looking for Maldonado, cut out by the number 2. Ball over the top, Lozano goes all the way back to Samba. Puppet brings it down well. His long ball searching for Khan. Great ball that from Pape Samba. Did put it in a great area. Unfortunately, Khan just couldn't read it. Maybe a bit of the rain dropped into his eyes right there. Might have missed it out a little bit, but into touch now for a throw. And surely the last few actions of the game right now. Ollie, any last thoughts?
No, obviously a disappointing afternoon for the Almun team we've put out, but just a thank you for you to having us all up here, mate. Always a pleasure with you.
Kind words there from the former Leicester City keeper. Just shout out to the whole media team while we're at it. We've got Ellie Hicks in Cordoba right now filming the under-19s against Cordoba B right now for Ollie Greaves as well and Oliver Bosworth. It's been a pleasure to have players and commentators with this amount of experience on just provided some great insight into the game, things that you don't really see as a normal fan or a normal commentator. You really need that experience of a player to know what they say. But last chance for Almun Yekker at the Aaron Smith, ball into the area, just too far for Maldonado. Khan pressuring on the far side, ball out for a throw-in for the opposition, and that may just be about that. Final few seconds of play here. Referee has a look at his watch. Surely will blow the whistle soon as the rain continues to pour down. Into the 93rd minute, referee signals for them to get back underway. Header from Josh Khan back into touch. Looks like Julian Davidson will track it down. Referee still looking at his watch, hasn't called anything yet. Seems scratching his head there. Has another look at his watch. Surely it must be about time. Throw in. An attempted flick by the number 9, and now it is time. Referee blows a halt to proceedings with a final 3 whistles, and that is all the action for us today in Almun Yekker. So a disappointing 4-1 loss for the combination of the CDAC under-23s and the FCMC under-19s, but surely positives to be taken, lessons to be learned, and of course, in international friendly such as this, that is really what you got. So the Aquamarine Almun Yekker and the Evergreen for Hörvikens IF depart the field. Big shout out to Hörvikens for coming all the way to Almun Yekker for their tour. And of course, as we said before, if you'd love to come out here and go on tour with us, we'd be more than happy to have you. Hugo Vicente and Miguel Heredia wave to the camera as they say goodbye. But for myself, Braden Miller, Oliver Greaves, and Oliver Bosworth, who were on commentary today, we thank you very, very much for tuning in. We hope to see you again with us very, very soon. A big weekend of action coming up. The FCMC Femenino side in their second leg of tie, and the CDM Seniors away clash against Atletismo de Padul. So 2 huge games coming up. But until then, we hope to see you on Sunday. Until then, good night.